That is nice. See how that works. Okay. That looks better than I thought. I think when that stuff burns off in the top, it'll just kind of burn through. The way that works, it's gonna let the it's gonna burn the fuel on the top, and then it's got the little holes in the bottom, so it can get the air up, and the air will keep it going. Then it'll just burn itself out. That is awesome. Let me take a picture of that. Send that off to my buddy. I gotta be quiet. Mrs. Cameras is sleeping. For my buddy. There. Okay, so we're rolling. Quad state cameras. I'm in a location over here, Chicago, Illinois. I don't know if the cops will come by. Maybe, maybe not. It's a fire pit. It's a one I can move around. So I got it over there where it's burning. Ooh, it looks nice now. The outside I can see how it's gonna burn. That's cool. I'm gonna get another one. These are cool. Anyway, Quad State Cameras reporting for duty. I'm in Chicago. It's 12:37 at night. It is August 30th. The temperature, if you're wondering, 77 degrees, which is quite mild for August. Doing this video for all of you that kind of know me through the Otter Creek stuff. I'm not involved in Otter Creek. I just kind of do commentary like other people do. If you're not familiar with Otter Creek, there's a guy, I'm going to go by initials for these people. JH and G bought a piece of property down there. The first mess they had to overcome was an issue with the mayor over there. RM is his initials. He was bad. He was a bad guy. So, I mean, that had to be done. Then he claims he was stalked by someone named LP and John C. They have a little adopted daughter, HG or guardian or whatever you want to call it. That's in debate, whatever's going on there. Claims that they stalked him, put up signs calling him that he hard R's people, essays people, whatever you want to call that. I put videos up, my own commentary, right around the time when JH's rights were taken away by the grudge judge, and you could look all this up. I'll put links to the specific channels. Some of these channels, I will warn you, they're not all friends with each other, but I will put links to them so that way you can go in there and make your own decision. There's a lot of stuff that came out recently. That is cool the way that looks. Let me take another picture. I've never actually burned this thing before. Yeah, so the what happened? Grudge judge took away JH's rights for his freedom of speech. Actually, practically everyone's freedom of speech. He was trying to make it where you weren't allowed to talk about it at all online. And he took away his ability to defend himself, his Second Amendment rights. You know what that is? First A and 1A and 2A. Can't really have 1A if you don't have 2A. Yeah, that was not right that would happen. There was some other issues there. There was another guy that's over there in Otter Creek. His initials are TC. Again, I'll put all these channels on my on the description on here. A lot of them don't like each other. I'm gonna leave it at that. TC was tagging JH's channel, which supposedly JH didn't like it. There's people that think that you're not allowed to do that. Anyone that knows the guidelines in YouTube knows that you're allowed to tag. They don't understand how that works. They say because it's trademarked. That has nothing to do with it. You're allowed to tag other channels in YouTube. It's part of the agreement that you can tag other channels. The best they can do, if they don't like it, they can put a disclaimer out that they're not associated with you, and they can ignore you. Some people are saying that he was trying to make it look like he was friends with JH, that TC was friends with JH. I never seen such video. No one's been able to point it out. Then they go trademark. Oh, trademarks. These people don't know what they're talking about. I barely know what I'm talking about, but I know that that's not trademark violations. Another character in there. I guess there was TW. What You Doing W? His channel. I'll put his channel on there too. He's on there. He kind of works for JH. The point of this video, I should say, is to talk about the whole issue with what happened now that JH is now being sued by LP, which who didn't have a lawyer. Now all of a sudden she just kind of got these people that are jumping in. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I'll put it this way, I don't necessarily agree with it. I don't disagree with it. It has something to say that if someone has money and if they want to take you to the court system, they can destroy you. However, I'm not one to think that that LP is not entirely innocent of this. I've always stated that I think she just picked the wrong one. He's a bear. Self-described, he's a bear. He claims he's a teddy bear, but if you mess with him, he's the bear. I don't think that you can get any more of an example of what he's shown what happens. But I think he's going a little too far. He's went after TC, or he's threatened to go after him for some type of copyright thing. He does DCMAs on YouTube. I never got one, by the way. My channel is kind of small. It's not. Some channels have surpassed me, but my whole thing is not about just what's going on in Otter Creek. This is in Florida, by the way. I think there's a couple Otter Creeks around. Yeah, I've stated it this way, that if JH went after TC for this 540.08 law that they're claiming about taking pictures of people that when they're on public property, regardless of where you're standing, private property, public property, that I would have hoped that he would fail. It would have been my hope that that would fail. The current lawsuit that LP has against JH, I hope that that lawsuit fails. Someone's in the alley. Hold on. Am I packing? That's for me to know. Okay, so yeah, that's what's going on with the whole Otter Creek thing. His current lawsuit, he's countersuing. He got her on some stuff, which he should do. If she wrote signs like that, that's terrible. It's not right. You can literally destroy a career. There are people that are stupid that they'll believe it, even if you're joking around. There's no joking around in something like that. They're just dumb. They'll just believe it. I've worked with people like that. It's kind of stupid. Yeah, that's it on that one. Oh, another guy. His initials are WD. He was vacationing down in Florida with his daughter, young daughter, 8-year-old girl. I guess he was down there. He had a friend down there. They went to go see this place called Tube Town. that TW was running. I'm using initials because I don't want to get caught up in all this lawsuit shit. Any pictures I may add to it are going to be their puppet form, Muppet form, or whatever. They I guess JC supposedly pulled a gun on him. Did he? Probably. I think he admitted that he did. But yeah, but basically that's what happened there. Now there is no video. They claim that supposedly WD had his camera out the window. JC thought it was a gun, and that's why he pointed the gun at him. There is, however, no video that I know of that JC pulled a gun out. I believe that if there was such a video, we would have at least heard about it. I get you're not going to show the video because it's part of a current a criminal case that's pending. That's still going through the courts right now. But pretty much everything else that's been happening with this story, the saga of Otter Creek, I think we would have at least heard that such a video exists. Or maybe that's part of the plan to just not reveal that either until the whole thing is done. Who knows? WD was supposed to come back down to Florida. They were not allowing him to do the interview, the victim's interview, I guess that is, via Zoom. They wanted him to come down. I had a theory that they were going to try to capture him in a lie. And I was saying that he probably should not go to that interview without a lawyer. And he didn't. I think that interview was supposed to be on the 27th. He didn't release a video for a while. I was like, oh, was I right? Was I right? Nope. He just released another video. He claims that the family got hit by COVID and he couldn't make it down, which might have been true. Unless that was like a cover story too, or it could have been, some family member got COVID, so they're kind of using that. I mean, I would use it too. I've used COVID to do shit back in the day, get out of work and all that, and still get paid. It happens. I think I could still do that. I need some time off, but paid time off. But yeah, that's how that ended up. I'm going off the fly on this. I didn't have this scripted, by the way. But that's it. So if he was lying, I think he should not go. If he is lying, he needs a lawyer to go with him to make sure that he doesn't say something where they're going to try to capture him in a lie. I'll tag him too, so that way he can see this video. Now, some other things that happened with this JH thing. Supposedly JH, that there were some issues, some family issues that JH supposedly has. But I guess it's not supposedly. I guess there was some things going on there. He doesn't not have a real relationship allegedly with his kids. He's got a son that came forward and confirmed all of this. I have always stated, I guess he used to be a pastor of a church, and he was a director of some camp, I believe, in Ohio, Skyview Ranch, and he's not there. I have long since stated that the reasons why former pastors are not usually good ones. There has been some terrible accusations, some accusations of embezzlement and SA-ing. I can't say the real word, but thankfully the son has stated it was nothing to do with that. It was more infidelity, and that was just it. He might have a sibling. he might have a half sibling somewhere. I can't really go into all that because I've had my issues. Mrs. Cameron's been around for 23 years. I'm surprised she's still around. I'm just going to leave it at that because I didn't. One thing, I don't think she'll ever come on here and talk about it, and two, I'm just thankful that she's still stuck around. Let me put it this way: junior cameras. I have a son, 16 years old. Junior, you can call him Junior Cameras. Mrs. Cameras is not his biological mother. I'm gonna leave it at that. But they know each other, and it's what it is. The biological mom was kind of crazy. In fact, I think she did that shit on purpose, thinking that a child is automatically going to result in a marriage, and we just don't roll like that. Just as when it was at 2007, nobody's getting married just because there's a kid on the way. I'm thankful I didn't, because she ended up being crazy. I still have him, and I talk to her when I have to. And Mrs. Cameras is still with me. I think I won the lottery on that one. So I'm just thankful for that. Mrs. Cameras ever leaves me, it's not because if that relationship ends, it's not because I left her. I'm just gonna say that. I think that's enough for the Otter Creek stuff and going a little bit into my own shit. What else can we talk about? I still got the case going on with the police officer that pulled me over. It was a while ago, and there was some question over how he, if he was supposed to be a police officer. There was like some reports that came out that he was fired, like maybe the year or two prior. And when he got me, it was why is he still in the force? It was kind of confusing, but I figured that out. That video is coming out, so as I kind of figure out how to piece that together. If you look through my history of videos, you'll probably see some stuff on there. What else is going on in Chicago? We got a migrant situation. By the way, if any of you guys need migrants, I can get some migrants over you. I can ship them on a Greyhound to you. If you need migrants, I'm up to my ass in migrants. One thing about the migrants, I'll tell you about this. Okay, it's kind of gross. The countries that they come from, typically, I'm not sure about Mexico. In fact, I know it's not Mexico, at least not the bigger cities in Mexico, like Mexico City. Some of the larger cities are probably, with the new developments, they use like the pipes are like 4 inches in diameter or whatever they use here in the States. So that way it's less likely that stuff gets clogged. And you have better pressure here, water pressure. So you can flush toilet paper here in the States just about anywhere. There might be some areas where it's not recommended, but you can do it here in the States. In countries like Venezuela, it's not recommended to flush the toilet paper down into the toilet. I think almost all those countries that are south of Mexico, probably you can't put the toilet paper in the toilet because it's more than likely it will clog. So they have these people here. When you go into like a restaurant, and you'll see like the little trash can that'll sometimes be in the stall, or even if it's like one of them single person bathrooms where there's a trash can there, you'll see toilet paper that you can see was clearly used to wipe one's ass in the fucking in the trash can instead of the toilet paper, instead of the toilet, which you wouldn't see it at all if it got flushed down the toilet. They, I guess, old habits are hard to break. They're over here, but they still flush that toilet paper down in the toilet. There's more to it than that, though. There's like some new thing now that they're doing. It's kind of gross. I got that video coming out. I'm not sure how I'm going to piece that together, how I'm going to get it to fly with YouTube standards, but it's coming out. What else can we talk about? I'm not doing this live, by the way, because I needed my phone to look at stuff I thought I was going to need. I think that is, that's it. The Otter Creek stuff I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, I gotta tell you. So one thing that JH does do in almost all his videos, I think I've maybe seen one or two, where he didn't. He tells people not to contact people that are involved in the saga of Otter Creek, that even if you wanted to, let him handle it the right way, the legal way. I'm not involved in Otter Creek. I have, what do I have here? As far as my videos go, I look for my playlist over here. I just did commentary videos. Otter Creek, let me look for Otter Creek. Wonder why that light went on. I guess I got 13 videos. Okay. So I got 13 videos. There's people making a living. They're making a name for themselves on the Otter Creek stuff. I do a video here and there. JH has always stated for people to not get themselves involved in it. Well, other than commentary, I'm not involved in it. However, one of these people that are a fan of his did come over here thinking that they were going to do something about it. And they had their ass handed to them. This is Chicago. You don't play. Let me see how many subscribers he has. What the Hales is currently sitting at 720,000 subscribers. That's a lot. If you were to ask some of the people, there's these Otter Creek pages that Milton's Best, I'll put his channel on there too, the link to his channel. If you were to put on there that there's always the possibility of someone that's considered crazy doing something about things, that it's not going to be a what the Hales fan. That it's probably going to be an LPJC fan. I think that's a bold statement to make. I don't think that there's no way that someone has 700,000 plus subscribers that you can think that every single one of them are going to be of sound mind, that they're just going to view it, be entertained, be educated, whatever you want to call it, and just leave it at that, that they're not going to try to make their way somewhere and try to get involved. And this is not against JH. He does everything he can. Almost every video, he tells people, do not get involved. Don't do it. And somebody did it. So they came over here. They tried to do something. I wasn't here, by the way. I was off in the other property with Mrs. Cameras. And the security detail, I'll just call them that, they handled it. This person, they lived, but I think that they are, I think they hopefully they learned twice about doing something like that. I don't have actual video of what happened here. I have aftermath video. I have the video. You can see like the red stuff that people tend to leak when you hit them. I got video of that on the ground. I don't have that, but I don't have any video of it actually happening. I never had that video. Even if it did, it wouldn't exist anymore, because I was granted permission where I could talk about this. It's been several months that this happened. I'm gonna put that video together too. I gotta try to see if I get some of them to talk, maybe in a interview. But you'll probably have to disguise the faces. You might only see shoes, and maybe voices. Disguise the voices, and they're gonna be limited to what they can say. I don't blame them. The only reason why I kind of got the green light on this, because I am in Chicago, and it seems like anything goes. If this person, as best I knowledge, no report was ever made. It's far enough in the past where it's just going to get lumped in with all the other crazy shit that happens here, that they're not going to find this. They're not going to be able to put two and two together. I don't think they would even really try. Nobody will talk. That is it on that. So that's the last of the Otter Creek stuff. I think I'm gonna talk out tonight. I might shut this video down and just sit there and enjoy the fire. I guess that's it. Quad State Cameras, reporting for duty. I am out. See you guys later. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. And yeah, we'll talk later, guys. Quad State Cameras, report for duty. I am out. Take care.